Family star Sarah Hyland has audiences cheering as she takes on her next Broadway role in the musical The Great Gatsby. Please welcome Sarah Hyland. Great to see you.
Welcome
How
back.
are you guys?
We're good. How are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Okay.
I'm so happy to be back.
First time in the studio, right?
First time in the studio.
In the studio, it's cute, right?
Massive,
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Massive is the word, yes.
Joy gets lost. That's the building you're referring to.
Yes, yes.
So you're back on Broadway starring as Daisy in The Great Gatsby.
Yes.
Woo! You know, every time I say that, I have to say I wrote a book about Trump called The Great Gas Bag.
You did? Yeah, that's right. Slightly different.
Just
Anyway,
yeah.
This is The Great Gatsby, and it's the 100th anniversary of the publishing of the original book by F. Scott Fitzgerald, 1925 novel, which we all read in college. If you went to college, you had to read that book.
You had to read it, yeah.
So, and you have said that this is a dream role for you. So did you read the book growing up?
Yes, I read the book just on my own before it was even required reading in school when I was like the fifth grade.
Wow.
And then, of course, read it in school as well and outside of school so many times. It was one of my favorite books growing up.
Oh,
That's a
such a
tough
great
book for a
story,
fifth
yeah.
grader, though.
I
Smart
loved
fifth
reading.
grader.
Wow, that's impressive.
I loved reading, and so I read it so many times. And Daisy Buchanan is such a beautifully complex, delicious woman in the 1920s, which I think everyone forgets that. They think of the parties of the 1920s, but forget what it's like to be a woman in the 1920s.
Exactly.
No matter what class you are in, whether you're Daisy Buchanan or Myrtle. And it's such a wonderful exploration of female characters in this musical, what Kate Carrigan did with the book to expand the female character's point of view. And it's just an absolute dream.
Full circle moment
Well,
for you.
this isn't your first Broadway show.
No.
You made your debut at 16 years old, probably after she read the book, in Grey Gardens. And last year, you were in the off-Broadway production of Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
You're
Oh my
great
God, that
shows.
picture.
Yeah, you're just an incredible singer. You know, you're
you.
a unique talent. And in this show, you belt out a lot of songs, you know, in this tiny package. You're doing 8 shows a week.
Yes.
How does one prepare your voice to do that?
Wada, wada, wada.
Wada, wada, wada.
Wada, wada, wada.
It's not working for me. I drink a lot of water.
Honestly, it's a magic elixir. No, it's New York in the wintertime is always dry, no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's just the most amount of water that you can possibly consume, and humidifiers, and I make my little like witchy brew tea of like hot water with ginger
But
and
only
lemon
before
and
3,
garlic.
because then you're up peeing all night.
I'm sure you two have the same problems at night.
Honestly, I'm peeing all night no matter what.
But Sarah, before The Great Gatsby, before Grey Gardens, you grew up here in the city and have been acting since you were 4 years old.
Yeah.
Now, Whoopi just starred as Miss Hannigan in Annie earlier this year, and one of your earliest roles at 8 years old was playing my favorite character, Molly, in the 1999 TV movie version of Annie. And we have a
Yes.
clip, so we'll take a look.
Oh my God.
You're gonna clean this thumb till it shines like the top of the Chrysler building. Yank the whiskers from her chin. Jab her with a safety pin. Make her dream of making thin. I love you, Miss Hannigan. Get to work now.
I'm obsessed.
Did you always know you were going to act? It seems like you came out of the womb doing that.
Essentially, ask my mother. She says I was tap dancing in her belly. No, I've always loved it. My dad's an actor, so I grew up watching him perform Shakespeare around the country.
Yeah.
I grew up in the theater. And my gateway drug into musical theater was really Shirley Temple for me. So I was just obsessed with her, and I wanted to be her, and tapping and doing all of the songs and everything. So it's just always been
A part of you.
a part of me and a calling, and I'm the happiest.
And you always
when-
had that voice when you were that age?
Yeah. Looks that way.
a lot of
water to it.
So much water.
Looks that way. It's a gift. It's a gift. She's got
Sarah, I
me
am
a gift.
such a fan of yours, but I have to ask about someone else I'm a fan of, your adorable husband, Wells, who is on this season of The Traitors.
Alyssa is obsessed with that
But I
show.
was devastated that he went home very early.
So many people were.
Were you disappointed that your husband's not a good liar? Because that's also a good trait.
Yeah, it's a good trait. It's a good trait.
He's too good of a guy.
He's such a good guy. I would never use the word disappointed and my husband's name in the same sentence ever. I was sad that they kicked him off so soon, but
You guys are so cute.
yeah, I think that. But he's an amazing, funny human being, and I think it's great that he was honestly kicked off so soon because it's not like it had anything to do with his character.
Right.
Yeah,
They barely
yeah.
knew each other.
Yeah.
The Traitors just have to go after
Well, and if you
someone.
succeed on that show,
The people
I'd
want more
question him
Wells.
coming
Yeah,
back.
honestly, I question that.
Exactly.
I
It's
would
good.
feel horribly at that show. I'm a
It's good
horrible
that he
liar.
did not win the lying show.
Yes, exactly. As his wife, I'm very happy about that.
Now, last October, you were presented with the Variety's First Courage Award for your advocacy work with domestic violence. Congratulations on doing the work, such important work.
Thank you.
What did that honor mean to you?
Oh my gosh, so much. I mean, it was also presented by Purina's Purple Leash Foundation, which is an amazing, amazing program. Less than 20% of domestic violence shelters accept pets.
Yes.
And so many people that are in abusive relationships,
They have to leave their pets
no
in
matter their
shelters.
gender identity, they prolong leaving their abusive relationship because of the threat of their pets.
Yeah.
And these shelters don't provide it. So Purina's Purple Leash program has given over 50 grants to help more domestic violence shelters pet-friendly.
Yes.
So to be able to draw attention to that, it's such a taboo topic that people don't like talking about. They get very uncomfortable. But it's unfortunately something that happens every single day all over the world to a variety of different types of people.
That's right.
So
It doesn't discriminate domestic violence.
it does not just, it's the least discriminating thing.
Yeah.
And so it's just, it was an honor and a privilege to be able to receive that award from Variety. And just to be in the same room as Carol Burnett.
Yes, yes.
So that was just I lost my mind and my marbles and everything.
Congratulations for doing the work.
Thank
We
you
often
so
do
much.
some things on the show for the retreat, which is another place where
domestic violence.
domestic victims can go to escape the abuser.
That's very near and dear to your heart.
Very much.
That's amazing.
Very important
Thank you.
organizations that help these women, and men too, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Safe
Here and there.
Horizon.
Yeah.
Thanks to Sarah Hyland. Thank you, sweetie. You're very good. You can see her now in The Great Gatsby.